experiment in any different positions, one, and then two, how interchangeable are your two linebacker spots and your two safety spots?
You know, the first question was about interchangeable guys, and you know, one of the things that you lose, and you guys have written about this. You know, I think there's a stat that 8 of the last 9 SEC East champions have led the conference in sacks or something like that. You know, in the last 9 years. And so obviously getting pressure on the quarterback's a big thing, whether it's getting pressure or tip balls, things like that. So we're always trying to find our best pass rushers. A guy who missed all of last year, but is a unique athlete, is a guy named Austin Smith, who in our nickel package could be the will linebacker, and our base package has a chance to be the Sam linebacker. And when he gets to third down, we may put him at D end and move one of those D ends to an interior position to rush the quarterback. So things like that. Trying to identify the guy who might back up Rashawn Galden at the nickel. You know, one of those guys who's a corner or safety who can do that. There's a lot of candidates for that job. At the linebacker position, we're pretty excited. I mean, I feel like those guys have had a good winter and a good spring. You know, a healthy Darren Kirkland is critical. You know, so we have two positions, the middle linebacker and the will, and in our base package we play Sam. They're somewhat interchangeable. Darren Kirkland, Colton Jumper, Daniel Batuli, and Will Ignont will start camp at the middle linebacker. And at the will linebacker, we're really, really excited. You know, obviously you've got Cortez McDowell, who's a veteran, a savvy guy who's been a special teams demon and made a lot of plays for us last year back at will. But we're excited to get Cortez Sapp back. We're excited to get Austin Smith back. Those are two guys who missed all of last year. Elliott Berry, Dylan Bates, those guys have played a lot of football for us. And the early enrollee, like I said, Shannon Reed, had a really good spring and showed that he could do some things. When we get into our 4-3, you know, Austin Smith, Dylan Bates, those guys are guys who will play probably our Sam linebacker when we get into some of that stuff versus more traditional 21-12 personnel teams.
Patrick.
Oh, excuse me, safety. Let me finish it because you asked safety. I apologize.